And to Sunday we go to Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Welcome everybody. Hope you had a good weekend or having a good weekend so far. And we look forward to previewing the Kenilworth meeting. The start of the bipod race number 2 is a maiden plate and it is over 1,000 meters. We've got betting pretty early, good few days before, so give you an idea come Sunday morning when you look closer to race time what the market's doing. Richard Ferree is the early favourite on that horse. Take That, number 3 on the card. It's at 22 to 10. But as early as we're doing the show, they're betting 22 to 10, 3 horses. The 5 Ruby Rex is the other one. And number 7 Swift Serenity, all at 22 to 10. Daryl Marie is the man in form.
Morning, Clyde.
Of course, give us some bipod information.
Yes, and
all
I've got
3
some
in the bipod or what?
more than that.
More than that, sure.
My top 2, Clyde.
Yes.
Numbers 1 and 7. Reason being is if you read the front of the computer from there's comments from trainers Paul Reeves, nice filly, will need the experience. Listen to this, Clyde. Number 3, Take That.
Yes.
Coming back from a layoff, will need the run. No confidence from the yard.
Okay.
And listen to this for number 5, Ruby Rex. First run post knee surgery. Has not had a gallop, but is in good form. So there's not too much confidence coming for the top 2 in the market. Have a look at number 1's replay last time out, Miss Smiley.
Yes.
Now, she's probably one of the most exposed in the race, but her latest effort was very, very, very good. She was unfortunate. She should have gone close to winning. But in her penultimate start, she's clearly held by number 7, Swift Serenity. But she may be better than that effort. And number 6, Paul Reeves, his yard. He's come to fine form.
Yeah, he's in good form.
She's a bit of an in and out sort, number 6, Love Her Madly. But on her best form, she can feature. So, yes, I'm very confident we'll survive, if not double up.
Okay, let's have a look at the bipod. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Quite a few horses in there, only because there's some doubts coming from some of the trainers with regards to the early favourites in this race. And we do have a bipod banker in there for you. 200 Rand. On to the third race now. This is a C Stakes and it's run over 1,800 metres. In terms of the market early during the course of the week, I can tell you that number 8, Show Off, top of the boards at 3 to 1 for the Sunday meeting. Richard Ferree's riding for James Crawford. The 4 Chance Encounter is currently at 4 to 1. Number 6, Senor Dante, is 9 to 2. Eric Liddell's got the services of Andrew Fortune, is 7 to 1. And number 10, Scottish Lynx, was trading at around 8. I'm not sure what it's trading now. You guys right up close to your monitors and close to Sunday can check. And 12 to 1 and better about the balance. Okay, Chance Encounter's been in pretty good form, I guess. He's consistent, reliable maybe.
He knows he's in better form. His trainer. He's
Yes.
flying again.
Your best
Clyde.
friend.
Yes, flying in the Western Cape. Having numerous winners. So he has a horse in great form, knocking at the door for another victory. Probably the right one over here, Clyde. My top choice, Chance Encounter. Well drawn, fit. He holds numbers 1 and 11, 1 being Eric Liddell. I do want to say this. If Andrew Fortune is able to work his magic, get him into the race early from that draw, he tends to languish towards the back end. But if he's midfield, I think he could finish closer. Then I like the look of number 2, Red Dawn. I thought that was a great effort last time out. Might have hit the front a bit too soon, Clyde, but the removal of the blinkers means they may
Nice
be a
price,
bit more
15
patient.
to 1, yeah.
But then I saw on the Prairie Dawn run, he's well held by Show Off, number 8. Now Show Off's proving to be a bit of a disappointment, isn't he? We've expected, excuse me, Clyde, we've expected him to go close to winning since that comeback effort with Gareth Wright in the irons. And since then, he hasn't quite got the job done. In saying that, he's very close up. He certainly needs the pace to be on. But what's interesting is that James is now stepping him up to 1,800, and he seems to be staying on in his races. So maybe that works a treat for the yard. He can certainly feature over here, and if not, fights it out.
Senor Dante would have a chance on that run on that last
Yes,
start.
yeah. Senor Dante, you know what? I went narrow over here. I went numbers 4 and 8.
Okay.
But you cannot ignore the chances of numbers 1, Eric Liddell, 2, Red Dawn, 6, Senior Dante, even the 9, Fort Liam.
Can we survive the PA?
The 11, Tangusta is just behind the
Yes.
just behind Chance Encounter. So yeah, I'm nervous with this leg. I'm nervous.
Sure. 4 and 8 first leg, but it sounds like we need to go more. So, can Larksong now get it right is the question. Was a little stiff last time, moved in like it was going to win, but just didn't get to go past the winner on that occasion. And as the current favourite at 16-10, does look like the right horse in the race. I would have thought perhaps a potential banker on the card. You've got to respect the likes of Pentalina and Given to Fly, who Pentalina's 11-2, Given to Fly is 6-1. But I'd be happy to bank Andrew Fortune's ride, yeah.
Yeah,
Personally,
sure. Last time out, she left a few on the canvas, Clyde.
Yeah.
Knocked out, clean. One of them being our good friend Cameron Leisha. But if you recall that race, wasn't she so far clear of the balance of the field? And she's off the same mark. So surely she's ahead of the handicapper. Strip fitter, Andrew knows her extremely well. And if you go back to the Maya run, she actually beat one of her biggest rivals here in Pentalina, who herself holds a few. And she's bet off the weights with Pentalina.
Right.
So she certainly looks like the right one. Andrew just needs a little bit of luck from a tricky draw. But I think she's going to go very close to winning. Then I had a look at the balance of the field and I said, who can actually challenge her over here? And there's one filly that has never been a trip. Number 10, Ibisu. Lucinda's stable is flying.
Yes.
Flying.
She's in cars kicking the mellow.
And I like the fact that she's drawn out wide because they're going to ride her cold to see out the trip. Because that's the question mark. But on breeding, Clyde, she's bar one world out of a mare that won over 1,800. 2 races, one over 17, one over 1,800. And it's the first time she's been stepped up. So she herself could be more effective now that she's gained the extra. So I've stopped with numbers 8 and 10 over here.
Okay, 8 and 10 in terms of the play. That's what we're going to do in this particular event. It is, of course, the start of, what is it, the pick six now that you need to get on? Yes, 8 and 10 in the pick sixes. And for 308 Rand, you can get 10%. Okay, guys, welcome back. Let's get on to our next race on the card now and take a look at what the market looks like over here. And number 4, Storm Watch, is joint favourite at 33-10 with number 10, Rockapina. Those two are dominating the market when doing the show on Thursday morning. 3, Queen Regent is 9-2. That's the one I like. 2, Give Me Everything is at 11-2 and 7-1 about the 5, Swertek. And the 1, Viva La Vida, is trading at 8-1. 10-1 and better the balance. Open race, I guess. For me, Queen Regent first choice. Daryl, you?
Well, she holds them on their last encounter. That's a few of them. Clyde, let me just pull it up. Rockapina was behind her. Viva La Vida, Stormwatch, Give Me Everything, and Kind of Wonderful.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
But now she's meeting them on worse weight terms. And that's going to bring them closer together. But in that Sweet Chestnut Stakes, she was very game in the finish. She went to the head of the fairs, they challenged her, and she kept finding. I actually like her over a mile. Once she goes a little bit further, she tends to overdo it and be a bit too keen. So despite the weight reversal, I can see her confirming that form. Stormwatch didn't have cover last time out on the outside, and she's as much as 4.5 kilograms better off. So on paper, she's going to go very close to reversing it. I'm interested to see how she goes over a mile. I don't know if it's a stretch for her, but on breeding, I think she's going to love it. Then Rockapina. Now she's got the draw to contend with, and she's also hasn't visited the winner's enclosure in 500 odd days. So she's been somewhat of a disappointment. But her last couple of runs, she certainly found her better form. She's going to have to be ridden cold from that draw. I think she's 3.5 kilograms better off for a half a length. So another one on paper that should be able to reverse it with Queen Regent. But once again, Queen Regent appears as if she's might only have to worry about one horse with regards to pace, and that's Time for Love. So let's see if she settles, Queen Regent.
Okay.
Clyde.
Yeah.
Swiatek. Do you think Richard chose Swiatek over Stormwatch, who he rode last time out?
Good question, but he probably did. He
Yeah.
probably did. Why wouldn't he have? I mean, he could have had the option of
I don't
riding
know. It's.
Stormwatch.
I mean, he's done extremely well on Swiatek. I mean, he's won 3 aboard her. Remember that second he ran behind Double Grand Slam on her.
All right.
Over this very same course and distance, eh?
Who?
No, it's a tough race.
Sorry, what? It's what?
It's a tough race.
A tough race.
Are you?
Okay.
You going with Queen Regent,
Queen
Clyde?
Regent. I'm going with Queen Regent.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think it's the right horse in the race. But anyway.
I don't know. The handicapper disagrees with you. You know that.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but you know, they
run
at the end of the day,
they run on grass.
They run on grass. Here's the selections: 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 by Banker 7, by 3 and 7 by Field. Cost 110 rand. Okay, time now for the winter nursery. And this is a Group 3 event. It's over 1,100 meters. In terms of the market this morning, let's see what's going on. Early look at the betting. And Kalahari King is top of the boards to win this. He's at 7 to 10. Number 3, Earn the Weekend, is 4 to 1. 2, She's a Ripper is at 9 to 2, or She's a Ripper 9 to 2. And 6, Tag and Release is 8 to 1. 10 to 1 about Margate, and then double figures about the balance. But who was impressive was Kalahari King. A very nice horse, and does look like it's going to take a lot of beating, I would imagine.
Very impressive. And who was just as impressive at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Wednesday was Vibe Check.
How good was that, huh?
He happened to finish 2 lengths behind Kalahari, and Vibe Check had the benefits of 2 runs going into that race that Kalahari won. Tag and Release had the benefits of 1 run. He's come out and won since then. Yeah, Clyde, this is a case of put and take. Whatever your online bookmaker wants to allow you, they've got these maximum liabilities now that get reduced after a winning bet. So whatever you're allowed to back at this for, you take it.
So you happy with the 7 to 10?
Yeah, I think it's a steering job for Andrew Fortune. He likes to say, I won't move on this. Did you see how he had to move on that filly at
The other one, yeah.
Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Wednesday? He had to move, but that won't be the case on Sunday. This he can take it easy on.
Yeah. Well, this horse, when he starts winning, you've got to start somewhere in your career, and he'll be winning races over 1,000 and 1,100. But when he starts going ground, this horse, you're going to see the best of him. But he's our play, this horse. So let's take a look at what we recommend in terms of the next jackpot. Banker Kalahari King by 3 and 7 by Field and Field. Let's take a look at how they bet in the 7th race on the card. And number 3, Viva's Liberté is top of the boards at 15 to 10 for the Candice Bass stable, and Craig Zaki is there to ride that. 7-10 penny is 5 to 2. 6, Land of the Rising Sun is 5 to 1. And on Thursday morning, the 4, La Pulga was trading at 11 to 2. Let's talk about Viva's Liberté a little bit. Daryl Marie, I mean, he's been in pretty good form the last few starts, this guy. Craig's been with him last time out over the mile. Goes back over the 1,800 now, goes into an 18. Probably better for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's also better for 10 penny, isn't it, Clyde?
Yes.
I mean, 10 penny in his penultimate start, 1 over 2,500. I watched that replay of the Variety Club Mile again, because 10 penny and Viva's Liberté were only separated by a short head at the finish. Tenpenny actually got rolling earlier than what Viva's Liberté did in the straight. He was closer than usual, but once again he was staying on, and he's got a nice finishing burst as a Tenpenny. I mean, he always produces that sustained finish, doesn't he? If you go to the ratings, you'll see that Viva's Liberté is best in ahead of Otto Lycan and Magic Verse. Thereafter, it's 4 kilograms down to 10 penny. So on ratings, 10 penny is
Got a
4
lot to do.
kgs out
Yeah.
with Viva's Liberté.
That's what
But
I
if-
thought. Viva might just be the right horse. I mean, that depends
Yes.
on you whether you agree with those ratings or not.
Well,
Do
I'm
you?
not here to dispute
No,
it
but
with
what
the
do you
handicap.
think? Do you agree that it's correct, or would you say no? Perhaps
No, I agree
10
with
pennies
it.
better than the 105.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know.
about that. I don't know, but he's
No.
steadily climbing the ladder. On paper, on their last encounter in that Variety Club mile, Clyde, there's only a half a kilogram separating them. So once again, if things go according to plan in the race itself, there's going to be nothing separating the two. But on ratings, on official ratings, Viva's Liberté should come up trumps.
And on ratings, a
Thereafter-
horse like Future Free's got no chance.
Yes, no
I'm just
chance.
saying on ratings.
No
on
chance.
ratings.
And then on ratings, La Pulga's got no chance, right?
Sure.
But if you go back in his form line, he's not too far behind 10 penny. And he put in a nice effort last time out. But he's way out at the weights. He's as much as 5.5 kilograms out with Viva's Liberté. Yeah, I've gone Viva's Liberté. I'm actually quite firm on on my choice of year. I want to touch on one thing, Clyde. Being a Hollywood Bets Durban July nominee, we heard Mr. De Kock say that people are going to be playing games going into the July. So Viva's Liberté, if he's been aimed at the July, they're going to try get him in with the least amount of weight. But he's the best weighted over here, so he shouldn't really pick up a penalty, should he? Unless
No,
he
shouldn't.
bolts up.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Whereas 10 pennies probably had this as his target, hasn't he? So it's interesting. I've got numbers 3 and 7 over here. I've got a preference for Viva's Liberté. I think he's going to love the 1800. And I've got some respect for La Pulga, but we have to stop somewhere, Clyde.
Okay, fair enough. 3 and 7 here. And the next race, which is quite a challenging race. In fact, the last 2 races are not easy at all. Darrell's gone fields in the 9th race. But in the 8th race, 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, guys, let's move on to our next race on the card now and see what the circumstances are. This is the 8th and challenging race, this particular event. Follow Your Heart 4-1, Blind Date 9-2, Sooty 5-1, so number 4, 4-1, the 5 9-2, the 10 5-1, the 11 Cork Bay 5-1, and the 1 Kelp Forest 10-1, but 12-1 and better about the other. So not easy. I know you went 4-5 horses, I think, in your trifectas and quartets. And then into the last race, I think you've recommended field for the last double.
No, it ends at,
So,
as much as we've made it sound tricky going into the final 2 races, it just becomes a nightmare. Clyde, let's start with Cliptown, number 2. First time a jockey's riding him. And have a look at his form up the Kenilworth Straight. I think he's done extremely well. He's a nice horse. Number 4, Follow Your Heart. I mean, he's done nothing wrong. I think he had his issues, but he's learning to settle in his races and finish them off. 5, Blind Date. Probably better over slightly further, but they've freshened him up for this. So he's got a bit of class about him. Number 6, Clark Griswold. First time he's actually having a run up the Kenilworth Straight, and I think it's going to suit him. I think he's a massive runner. Look at what Somerston's gone on to do. Viva's Liberté.
yeah.
I think he's a nice horse. I'm actually going to be leaning towards number 6. What price is he, Clyde?
At the moment, you can get,
Clark Griswold.
10-1.
Yeah.
12-1. A bit of 12-1.
We'll have a small nibble. And Skyrocket, he's just improving
Also
with racing.
12-1.
Yeah, he's very fit. He's going to be, I'm sure, ridden positively because it worked out last time. You know, that going into that race, they said they're going to ride him differently. And ride him cold. But he couldn't find any cover, and Keegan just let him stride, and he went start to finish. Just shows you. Yeah, Clyde, I boxed those in the exacta. We're not going to make much of a profit, but let's take a trifecta box 2.
Okay, we got that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what we plan on doing in the exactas here. Race number 8 at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. So the 9th race, not an easy race. Field, Daryl said, go as many as you can. Monday, we're going to be at the Vaal. We look forward to seeing you there if you are around. It's a work riders meeting on Monday, and we look forward to celebrating with some of the work riders as we come to the end of our season here on the Highveld. Thanks, everybody. Hope it's been a good long weekend for you, and stay safe.